overall goal is to be climate neutral by 2045, because when we talk about renewables, we have to talk about climate. And if you've been watching the news, you see every day the climate crisis is everywhere. And it's a matter of time before it really comes everywhere. So our goal is to be climate neutral by 2045. Right now we have almost 50% of our electricity is already renewable, and that's in Germany. We're a big country and we're an industrial country. We make cars and steel and chemicals and pharmaceuticals, so we use a lot of energy. So half of our electricity comes from renewables already, and our goal is 80% by 2030. Germany is pretty good in training people at all levels, and we're quite proud of what we call our vocational training system. So training that happens for professional people, but below the level of university. The majority of German high school students don't go to university. They go into a vocational training. Traditionally it's a baker, car mechanic, electrician. But every year new professions are being developed, and usually it's something plus IT, but now many professions have to do with the switch, because we're planning a complete switch to renewables. So with a switch to renewables, and you need people who can install heat pumps in houses, solar panels, who can build solar power plants, wind turbines, etc., onshore, offshore. So we're proud of our training system. That being said, we really have to make great efforts to get enough people to go into these professions. So we're ramping up especially wind, because wind is for Germany the harvest is the best. The wind conditions are better than solar, but we're ramping up solar as well. Even in a country that is not very sunny, as most people know about Germany, we have a lot of gray skies, so we can produce solar energy. Offshore wind in our seas, especially the North Sea, is a big thing for us. And it leads me to say that, of course, renewables equals energy security. If you produce renewable energy at home, you don't have to buy it expensively from outside, from another country, and perhaps from another country that is not always friendly to you, like we found out about Russia. Renewables is about protecting against climate change, reducing climate change, mitigating climate change is human security, and renewables is about energy security for your own country. And the thing about renewables, you have to make an initial investment, an initial capital investment, CapEx, and that can be high, yeah, but once you make it, the fuel is free. It's well known, Georgia has giant potential for hydropower, like most countries that have high mountains. As long as there is enough snow and rain, the water will run down and you can make power out of it. I think Georgia also has good solar potential, and Georgia and its neighbors together in the Southern Caucasus with Azerbaijan, with Armenia, you have the potential to use wind and solar and hydro, each country with its own comparative advantage, and really become an energy hub, green energy hub in the so-called middle corridor. And as you know, there's projects to build and study and then build an undersea power cable from Georgia to the European Union, to Romania. So you could produce green energy, climate-friendly energy, and sell it to us. We need it to meet our own climate goals, to ensure our own security and the future. And then, of course, I'm positive about Georgia because Georgia is on the path to join the European Union. And I talked about German climate goals, but our climate goals are embedded in the European climate goals. So as Georgia, step by step, gets closer to the EU, you will get also closer to our energy, environment and climate policy, and step by step we will move together to a greener, better future.